Hey Taurus, how are you guys? How's my little Taurus babies doing? All right, so I'm still traveling, as clearly you can see. I'm in a hotel. I'm finally arrived in Athens. I will be going back home in about 3 or 4 days. So next week reading, I will be back in my studio office space. So let's see what's going on for you guys. First to second week of September. Yes, it's a little advanced, but you know what? Let's see what's shifting for you guys from the first to the second week. Taurus, please. Second week of September for Taurus, please. What's the situation? Hmm. First thing I felt, and I didn't even turn this card over yet, is like some kind of energy, weird, like give up energy. Hold on. I have the Page of Swords in reverse here, Wheel of Fortune at the bottom of the deck, and Judgment Call. Uh, yeah. You are making a final judgment call. I think you've come to a point in your life where you've made a decision. You're like, that's it. I've given up. I'm not doing this anymore. I've made my choice. I'm not even going to I don't even want to look into it anymore. I don't want to think. I just want to do at this point. Or make a decision is what you're looking to do, right? And at the bottom of the deck is the Wheel of Fortune. I think that the universe has been encouraging you, has been pushing you to finally to get to this point. Interestingly enough, I do see the Two of Cups behind the Wheel of Fortune, where there is somebody you are dealing with, guys, where this person feels like your soulmate and you feel like you're theirs. All right, so let's continue and see what's coming in towards you, because right now this is just your situation. Guys, excuse the dress wear. I am going to the beach. Yes, this is my beach gear. But yeah, I got the last few days on vacation, so I'm gonna enjoy every moment I can. All right, let's see what's coming in towards you. What's coming in towards Taurus, please? All right, we got the moon in reverse and the Nine of Swords in reverse, which I kind of like. I think because of this whole, like, I don't want to say you don't give a shit or this give up. I don't even want to say give up. I just feel like you finally come to terms with something. I think you finally have decided what you're going to do in your next chapter. And because of this reason, you're starting to reveal that information to others. You're starting to be like, you know what? Here's what's going on. Here's my secret. Here's my plan. The moon in reverse. Whether it's you or the other person, because cards can be vice versa, they're revealing the information, or some kind of information is being revealed to you. And when this happens right here, you have the Nine of Swords in reverse. You stop stressing. You stop having anxiety. You start saying to yourself, for the love of fucking God, I can finally be free. I can start feeling my feels the way I want to feel them, right? Normal and proper. Without having this extra concerns and bullshit. Don't get me wrong, we'll all have concerns. We'll never not have those, right? But this is different. This is like finally being able to live that dream you wanted to live, right? So at the bottom of the deck, because of these feelings, you have temperance. You're either tempering yourself or you're finally saying to yourself, I freaking have balance. I feel like my compass, my internal compass, is finally pointing me towards my true north. So you feel good. I mean, you're not feeling like wonderful, but at least you're no longer feeling anxiety and stress. You're like, oh my God, I feel like 1,000 times lighter because this thing is out. This secret, this thing that got revealed, it's out and about. Listen, we're going to clarify these cards too, so we'll obviously get more details. But let's keep going and see what you don't see coming your way. All right. Four of Cups, Two of Swords. It's unrequited love. And so now you're torn. And here's the crazy part. Another two at the bottom of the deck, but it's the Two of Cups. This is not being torn. This is not even being confused. This is two people who are in love or love each other. Maybe they're not using those words or those terms, but they definitely feel the same way about each other, even if they're not telling it to you. All right. So if you're sharing some emotional feeling with somebody, they're feeling the same way as you. But here's the crazy part. You're torn over making a decision regarding unrequited love. How is this hard? How is this hard? I get it. You might have built a future with this unrequited love. This unrequited love looks good on paper. This unrequited love, though, is keeping you dry. It's keeping you dead inside. It's keeping you bored. It's keeping you moving in life like you're a robot. And you're going to work and making that money and giving it back to your kids, and your cups are getting drier and drier and drier, that you got none to give to your fucking kids or your family or your friends. This is not no way to be. I could be wrong. I can zip the lip. But I'm going to tell you what the cards say. You're torn over something regarding unrequited love. Keep them, don't keep them, move forward, don't move forward. We'll see when we clarify, but I find it interesting that you have the Two of Cups at the bottom of the deck. That's not confusing. That's not unrequited love. So this is two different people. So this one sword represents the Two of Cups, while the other sword represents unrequited love. All right, let me see. And I'm pretty positive. This is who I'm reading for. That I'm pretty certain. And guys, unrequited could be work, job, friend, family. Something that you're like, not for me. No, thank you. I don't like it. I like this. But this might not pay me, so I don't know what to do. Two of Swords, torn. What's the advice? The Sun in reverse. And the Six of Wands in reverse. To me, that's crazy. I'll get them off the floor. I still like the Sun in reverse. I don't care if it's upright, sideways, left, right. When the sun comes out, no matter what, it's a guaranteed feeling. It's a guaranteed emotion. So if somebody was to sit here and tell me, hey, what's the objective of life? Like, what's the point of life? Life is this. It's happiness. It's the sun. It's the happiest card in the deck. Even reversed, it's still good because it's only a matter of time. It's telling me, because it's in the advice position, you are holding yourself back. You are holding back. Are holding back your own success. Six of Wands. Somebody wants to congratulate you. Somebody wants to give you kudos. Somebody wants to give you. And over here, it's like you're not allowing this to come in. It's like you can allow yourself to have happiness. It's okay. You can allow yourself to also have some success. Also okay. What makes you think you didn't deserve this, Taurus? What makes you think you didn't earn this? Because you had to step on some toes, or you had to release another energy, or you had to make some moves that didn't make other people happy, or you were worried what they thought of you? Nonsense. Nonsense. Do not hold yourself back. Okay? This is what's going to give you the balance that you need in your life. By the way, I need to say this. I know this might not be one of you guys, but I should have asked. I feel stupid not asking. I was in a tiny little village in the south of Greece. You can't even find this fucking place on Google Maps. Okay, it's that tiny. And in the supermarket, I'm paying for some stuff, and some woman approaches me, and I could see she was staring at me throughout the whole supermarket. At first, I was a little worried. I was like, okay, why is she staring at me? She comes up to me at the register, and she's like, I'm sorry. She goes, you have a YouTube channel called Elpis Enlightenment. I'm like, I do. And she goes, I'm one of your biggest fans. I said, shut up, right? So I start hugging her in the middle of the supermarket, and all these Greek people are looking at us, and they're like, what's going on? And then she's like about to cry, and she's sitting there telling me how I changed her life. And I'm thinking to myself, no, I didn't change your life. You changed your life. So the reason I'm telling you this whole story is because that's the same thing that this is reminding me. You have the power to change your life. It's you. You don't want to hold yourself back ever. And also, if you are a fan and I do run into you in the middle of the street and you recognize me, please approach me, because I gave her the biggest hug, and I would love to give anyone a hug and, post you on Instagram or whatever it is. So if you see me, that's wonderful. But I do live throughout the year in the New York, New Jersey region. But yeah, let's continue. Let's see what your outcome of the week is, my friends. Nine of Cups, the Queen of Cups. That's a lot of cups. I love cups. Cups are feelings. Look at this. This is wish fulfillment and desire because your heart chakra is open. I think I've been bitching about this to you guys for like maybe half a year, like 6, 7 months. Like, you gotta go with your heart chakra. You gotta go with your heart. Yeah. And here we are. I'm like, hallelujah, we're finally here. Taurus is using their heart chakra. I'm in love. And look what it's doing for you. It's bringing you wish fulfillment. It's bringing you desire. And even more so, why I got chills. Guys, I love reading good stuff for you. I don't always get to do that for every sign. And it's literally bringing tears to my eyes. I'm not even kidding you. Because I'm like happy to report things like this. It makes me happy to make other people happy and to see that happiness is happening for them. With that said, look at this. You're in love, or you're feeling love, or you're working with your heart chakra because something that you desire is coming towards you. You are going towards your desires, your wish fulfillment. And here's the part that's making me tear up a little bit, is because the 10 of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Oh my God. Now I really have chills. Oh my God, I have amazing chills. Under that is the 2 of Cups. Cups are feelings, cups are emotions. The 9s are self, but the 10s are not. The 10s is a party. It is a couplehood. This is a happy, blissful couple. 5 cups are yours, 5 cups are theirs. You're joining it together in holy matrimony. I'm just kidding. I don't know if you're getting married. You might or you may not. It doesn't matter. Point is the wish fulfillment on both parts. Because here is you and a soulmate being happily together. And under that is the 6 of Swords, mentally disengaging from something difficult and moving on to something much better and happier. You're going with your heart. This is what you're doing. And I think that this whole entire year, the universe has been preparing you for these actions in regards to your relationships with your coworkers, with your friends, with your family, with your loved ones, with yourself, mainly yourself. Understanding you, what makes you happy, and finally taking the risk and going for it. All right, let's continue, and we're going to start clarifying these cards because we're ending with the 10 of Cups, which I adore. That is my favorite combo. 2 of Cups, 10 of Cups. It means like soulmate happiness. All right, let's see what's happening. Why is Judgment here with the Page of Swords in reverse? All right, I think you're finally making a judgment call to be single. So say you're in this scenario where you're in a commitment in a marriage and you had a lover, or you have somebody that you're just chit-chatting with, or someone on the side. The chit-chat person on the side, the lover on the side, that even if you don't have a side, let's just put them aside. It is the commitment and the marriage and the thing that you're finally making a decision on. That you're like, I got all the information I don't need any more. I know all that I know. Um, this is very painful for me. It's very heartbreaking, but I think I'm choosing to be single. And that internally is hurting you, right? So you decide to say to yourself, I'm just going to be single. That's it. I'm just going to be single. So even if you do have a side person, whether you do or you don't, you're saying to yourself, fuck it. I don't even need them. I don't need anything. I'll just be single. And it breaks your heart. Now, those of you who do have a side thing going on, and you're like saying to yourself, fuck it, I don't need anyone. I'll just be single. Not a marriage, not a commitment, not a lover, not a anything. This is why you're getting in your advice position the Six of Wands and the Sun in reverse. You're blocking yourself from that happiness because maybe you think you don't deserve it, which is nonsense. It's keeping you stuck. I think you're thinking of something from a different perspective. Maybe you're thinking like, let me just deal with this issue first. Maybe some of you, it requires divorce. I don't know what. That feeling isn't going to last long. It's just not for you. It's just not. Because this, part two, the shelf thing on the side, is what already encouraged you in the first place to move on. That's what inspired you. All right. So you're saying to yourself, well, for me to get unstuck, let me just handle this and then we'll see what's going to happen. But that's not going to be the case. So let's continue and see what is happening here. You definitely want to run away, some of you guys. Some of you are like, let me ghost. The Moon in reverse and the Nine of Swords in reverse. Guys, if this doesn't give you chills, I don't fucking know what will. I know the cursing sucks. I get the comments, I know, but sometimes I get so passionate that I'm like, I forget. All right, let me just show you what I'm seeing here. You have the Nine of Swords in reverse and you have the Moon in reverse. Different deck. You have the Moon in reverse and the Nine of Swords in reverse. I swear to God, that must be the first time that's ever happened to me in my life, where in both decks, the cards are upright and they both came in reverse from two separate decks in the same exact position. Do you know what the mathematical probability of that is? It's pretty fucking rare, guys. It's pretty rare, right? So with that said, it's like the universe is like, what she said before is exactly what it is, right? This thing that gets revealed. So I'm 100% solid certain that whatever the secret is that you're keeping or they're keeping, it gets revealed. And it's like, release. I can breathe again. This thing is out of the bag. I don't need to hide it. It's out there now. So it's like once this thing gets out there, the anxiety and the stress dissipates. But you will start to feel like some other kind of burden. You're going to start to feel some other kind of load. But the stress of that and the anxiety of that, it's just like off your shoulders. But you create some other kind of burden. You create some other kind of thing. And I think it's because then you're forced to go back to look at the shelf. You're like, okay, now I really got to look at that now and entertain that, because I think I'm also responsible for the shelf, because I can't just leave it on the shelf. I got to do something with it. All right, let's see what's going on here with the Four of Cups and the Two of Swords. All right, you have the Justice in reverse and the Queen of Swords here on top, or clarifying the Four of Cups and the Two of Swords. Let's talk about it. So, the Two of Swords, naturally, you're going to be the Queen of Swords because the Queen of Swords is somebody who goes in their mind and they try to rationalize and they try to be logical and they say, I can't make a decision here. But it's crazy because you're not thinking, you're trying not to think through feelings. I think you're trying to rationalize, but it's a big battle between your head and your heart. Huge battle. All right. And then over here, where, and this is Libra energy with Justice in reverse, it's something you feel is unfair. You're like, why am I getting this? Why am I getting this unfair shake of the stick? Or I'll be more specific. Some of you, this is in regards to a divorce. Others of you, it is something to do with, again, something in court where it's not fair. And I don't see it being fair. So, whatever it is that you're getting as an offer, this is the thing that's unrequited for a lot of you. You're like, I don't like this. I really don't like this. What is this? Not for me. No, thank you. So it just feels like whatever that offer is, it feels unfair. So now it's changing your perspective on something and it's making it hard for you to decide. So you're trying to get more information, all right, with this Page of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Also, simultaneously, you're healing yourself from something else, like maybe you ghosted or whatever this cheating thing is. But there's no way you're not going to have this fresh new start, okay? Because ultimately, your outcome in the second week is showing me your happiness. I want you to be also aware that we are having an eclipse coming in. So for you, this is good because you're making these heavy duty decisions before the eclipse season comes, where you really don't want to be in the twos. And then all of a sudden the eclipse comes along and you still don't know what to do. Because when the eclipse comes, it eclipses for you. Now, let's see what the Sun in reverse and the Six of Wands in reverse is. Some of you guys, it's in regards to with the Sun in reverse and the Six of Wands in reverse. When I was telling you earlier, you don't need to push it away. You don't need to fight your own success or your own happiness. See, I'm seeing the Knight of Wands. The back of your mind, you're thinking about something that's casual. Maybe it's an affair. Maybe it's something non-committal. Versus the Hierophant, which is traditional, which is committed, which is marriage, which is something that you take measures in that's done traditionally. But at the bottom of the deck is the Four of Cups. One of these brings you happiness while the other brings you not. Boredom, something you're not interested in. So it's like you're fighting your own happiness. You really don't have to. And I don't think you will anyway, because I see you not being able to control how you feel. And not in a bad way. That part of you just takes over. All right, so let's clarify and see why you have the Queen of Cups and the Nine of Cups. Guys, it's more of the same. It's showing me the Ten of Pentacles, which is marriage and commitment, Ten of Wands, which is burden, and then the Four of Cups, unrequited love. You have unrequited love for a marriage or commitment for a lot of you, and you want to move on to something that does fulfill you. And I suspect it's whatever you have on the shelf. And the shelf, they're very relevant because of the Six of Cups, meaning somebody from your recent past is here. And you're about to move on. You're about to definitely move on from these energies. It's like you're finally going to make a judgment call. You are torn because something happens that triggers you to make that put you in that position where you got to choose. So there's that. But ultimately, you go at your heart chakra, and this whole entire year, Taurus, this is what the energies have been doing to you. 2025, 2026, it was teaching you about love and your feelings and relationships and how to work with them and spring forward from them, right? So you're just not this like cog in a wheel. You're just not this machine that just goes to work, makes money, has this committed relationship, goes in, goes out, you know, hits a clock. Like, it's not rinse and repeat anymore. It's showing you what you care about, what you love, what you want to do in life, and who you want to love, and how you want to love, and how you want to show up in love, and how you want your other person to show up in love. It's all about that. All right, let's continue and see what is going on for love. Those of you who are interested in the extended members, you're there. The membership will change soon. I am going to keep it at some point. I was going to get rid of it. I am going to keep it, but the price structure is going to change only because now it's going to include every sign. So it's going to be a free for all for everything, hundreds of videos. Others of you who are not members and you want a single purchase, it's the first link in the description box below. We deep dive on your person you're thinking about. So let's see what the cards or the oracles want to say to you. Taurus, please. First and foremost, boom, I knew it. It is safe for you to love. Open your heart chakra to give and receive the highest energy of all, which is love. And the other card you got is separation. Yes, my friends, you are separating from one, scared to give to the shelf. The shelf is calling you. It wants a partner. So we'll see what it's talking about in the extended, of course, naturally. And last but not least, let's just get one oracle message from the Wisdom House and Night for you guys, and that will be your reading this week. Taurus, please. Guys, you got letting go. Let's read letting go. All right. This symbol comes to you to remind you that freedom is important to everyone. If you love something, set it free. Don't hold on to it too tight lest you chase it away. You have the freedom at this time to choose whatever you want. Let others do the same. You will be so happy that you did this. Miracles come when you let go and allow the magic to happen on its own accord. Can't control everything, guys. All right, so back to my normal studio next week, and I'll see everyone there. Members, the link, second link down, description below. And those who just want a quick single purchase, it's the first link below. All right, I'll see everyone soon.